Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. These are the charts of the day. It's it's Tuesday, the 23rd of June. Well, the market had a interesting day. It was positive, wasn't great, but some of our stocks did well, and some of our swing trades did well, very well as well. And let's take a look at a few of those. BLOX, which has been on my list since back in December here when it broke out, and I put it on my top stocks for the year, has done very, very well. It continues to push up. Lately, it's been in a nice, tight rising channel, and it had a little coil, and today it popped out of that coil with increasing volume. I think we're on our way to getting up towards that 29-30 zone short term. And beyond that, maybe we're going to finally make it to the mid-30s. But BLOX is looking much stronger now, and today was a good day for it. BSQR, nice reversal off support today. Not only trend line and lateral price support, but 21-day moving average. So that reversal means we may be getting a test of the $8 range, and should it get through that, my targets are 8.5 and 9.5. EYES had a breakout day, but it didn't close well. Matter of fact, it closed at the low end of the range. Still was up 49 cents at 3% on 3.2 million, and that was the biggest volume since April. But I didn't like the way it closed. Now, sometimes they break out, they pull back and give you an opportunity. Let's see if going forward we get any kind of upside follow through, not downside, of course. My target then would be a retest of the March low, high, near 1960.65, and then I'm looking for something in the mid-20s. Green Dot had a monster breakout day on news that they did a major deal with Walmart and a $150 million buyback. Stock gapped and ran, had a monster day up 40%. It was a percent gain leader today, and it traded 11.2 million, which is unheard of in the stock. Never traded that before. So at this point, we are up into a resistance zone, but it looks like it may want to test the highs up near 22.5, 3/4, and maybe it'll test the 24.5, 25 range. But I do feel like that could be a game changer day, and we may see the stock make a run here. GRBK, well, you may have seen my posting on the site about the fact that their secondary initially caused a downside reaction, but when insiders detailed the deal, it basically is going to be used to eliminate their debt and expand the outstanding shares because it's so thin. The institutions were looking for more stock and a bigger float for more liquidity. As a result, the stock exploded from 918 to 1087 and closed 1065 up 93 cents. Volume of 565,000 shares is the biggest volume I've seen since October. So is this a breakout day? Well, it sure looks like a huge reversal. Let's see what upside follow through we get. My targets are 13 and 16.5, 17. iCloud, nice day for iCloud today. The falling wedge was broken. It didn't close great, but it did close above the moving averages. There is a line of resistance up near the 315 range, and that was today's high or near it. We need this to get some follow through and get up to 365, and then up to 4.5. Those are my targets. iCloud. Immunogen, one of our swing trades, and a beautiful explosive move with a coil is now moving higher. We've had other stocks that look like that in the past. This is the ideal scenario that pops, it consolidates, gives you an entry up, and then goes. My targets are 20 and 22 zone, I think, is going to be where I think the stock is eventually going, but the short-term target's about 18. IXIS has been running and running wild. This beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern broke out here, and I was looking for a pullback opportunity. It never got one. It just kept going from 12 to 16 and change. Now, maybe we get a pullback in here, maybe not, but this stock on a weekly basis, you can see a massive base pattern going back many years, all the way back 15 years. Could be breaking out. If it breaks out of this, and the volume is very strong in here, we could see IXYS making a big move here. But I'd love to see a pullback consolidation before we get too crazy with it. KEYW, I'll take a look at the explosive move, and now this wedge. It broke out of the wedge today with increasing volume. And it looks to me like we're going to test that 1259 area that it hit a week and a half ago. If we get through that, I'm looking for 14, 14 and a quarter. NVAX with a big breakout day today, taking out a double top, exploding through it, up 11.5% on 10 million. Big volume for that stock too. So I'm looking for a little bit more upside, maybe a consolidation pullback. We'll see. If it does give me the pullback I want, I'll call for a swing trade up to the 16, 17 zone. Radius, very nice swing trade. You can see the breakout here that we traded. It worked out very well. We've already reached our first target. And a pullback may ensue to consolidate it, but I'm looking for this stock to make bigger run up towards 75.80. Sarepta, another stock very similar to that pattern we just showed you. If you take a look at Immunogen, popping and coiling and then beginning to move, then take a look at Sarepta. Same thing here. Big gap, pop, coil, and now that's been moving as well. This one extending the gains up another $1.92 or 6% today, and getting near my first target, about 33.3, 33.5. But the next target is 38, and I think we may be able to get that. Up next is SUNE. What a nice rising channel this one's had. The recent falling wedge was broken, then a 3-day flag, and today it popped 93 cents or 3%. The volume picked up to 11.5 million. Looks to me like it wants to go up towards 34. Eventually, I'm looking for a $40 stock. TASR, after the 5-wave move, a nice consolidation for several weeks. Then it broke out again, and now a 3-wave corrective flag in here. If it doesn't break support and breaks out above 36, we could run to 40 and then 45. And I would not be shocked to see that. TTPH, the swing trade we gave you here, then wedged, broke out, but couldn't get through the resistance for 3 days, and today it did. So for me, when I see a stock do that, even though it didn't close well, I'm looking for a follow-through to get to the mid-50s. Let's look for 49.50 first, and then 55. Huge day for Watt. This stock exploded on news of a potential deal with Apple. You can see the stock just went ballistic from 745 to 966, up 220 or 29.8%. Volume was 3.3 million. It's never traded that since the IPO day. And at this point, a test of the declining tops line, a lateral resistance up near 10.5 on a follow-through should ensue, and I'm looking for that as early as tomorrow. Secondary target around 12. And guess what? That's it for tonight. Everybody have a good evening.